How's it going, everyone? What is up? What is up? Hope you guys are staying warm, man. It is cold right now. It is cold in Florida. We are at 37 degrees where I live in Florida right now. We just got back from a walk with the dogs, and my face, and you guys could put in the comments, shut up, John. It's negative 20 where I'm at. And I know Cordetti's in here. He's up in Canada. I know. In Florida, it is cold right now, man. And it's supposed to get down to, I think, like 20 something degrees tonight. So we were at the Airbnb today, making sure everything was good there. We were at the other Airbnb yesterday, putting all the foam stuff on all the faucets and everything, on, or the spigots, I should say, on the outside. But we didn't cover any plants. We had a bad cold bite that came through here last Christmas. It got down to like 15 degrees, 16 degrees or something like that. And all of our stuff that died over Christmas, it's all back. So I just left plants and whatnot. But it is cold. It's cold in my area, all wind burned and stuff from when we were walking the dogs. And our other dog is back at the urgent care again, 2 days in a row. When we walk with them and stuff, they like to fight out on the golf course and everything. We let them just run like crazy. They tackle each other, all this crap. And our husky, Remington, I was looking at him the other day. I'm like, what the heck is on your chest, bro? And his whole rib cage had a chunk taken out of it. The dog wasn't crying. He wasn't whining, nothing like that. So we think that when they were playing and like our Aussie, Ketsia, tackled him or something, that he got messed up on a branch, or I have no idea. But he has to go back today because he ate his stitches out, and he had not done that in 24 hours. We thought he couldn't reach them and stuff, so we didn't want to put the cone of shame on him because I don't like doing that for dogs. Freaking came back home from the Airbnb, and this freaking sucker is wide open like that, and stitches and wet marks all around it. I'm like, God dang it, dog. So that has been my day today, guys. But hope you guys are staying warm. We like to talk just a little bit and just chat before we start everything. But Dave is in here, All Terrain Nation. Hopefully you guys caught that live stream. It started a little bit late on my channel because I forgot to have it go, but that was pretty fun to be on another channel's live stream, so appreciate that. Ani1, how's it going, everyone up in here? Mark, what is going? John, an update on your 24 Tacoma. It is still in allocation status, guys. I have no idea what the heck is going on. At this point, I'm just like military mindset, John, of like, don't even get happy about it. Just whatever happens, it happens, and let's just roll. So it is still in allocation status. The dealer said that it could stay in allocation status for a little bit, and then like be like, hey, it's built, and hey, it's shipping. So hopefully that's the case, and hopefully it actually got built. I'm not sure if there's anyone that is deep inside Toyota. I may be able to ping my PR guide just to see if they can see if a VIN has actually been built. But from what the dealership sees and what those spec sheet that they have, or whatever computer service they have, it still shows that it is in allocation status, unfortunately. But Cordetti is in here too, man. How's it going? Appreciate the thumbnail. Yeah, that's the GX, dude. We get to drive it next week. We get to drive it next week, heading out to that event on Tuesday, and then driving it on Wednesday, and then Thursday's my birthday, actually, and I'm coming back home on Thursday. So I believe the embargo information will be lifted on the 1st of January for the driving portion of that. But hopefully we can get some videos out early for you guys. We tried with the Tacoma content, but they were like, hey, can you take these videos down real quick? So we'll see with Lexus if we're able to put videos up and whatnot, if we don't talk about driving impressions, because I want to do some more short form content of the GX, and also some more walk around videos of all of them there, like get inside a premium. We haven't seen inside the premiums or premium plus. Walk over a luxury again, because the only one we saw was at the LA Auto Show, and then maybe see some overtrails and overtrail pluses in some different colors. So very excited for the GX event that's coming up, and hopefully we have some super good off-road terrain. It's going to be out in Arizona. I'm not going to say like exactly where and all this stuff, because Toyota doesn't like us saying exactly where press events are, because they don't want the public to like just I don't know, spy on them for some reason and look at the vehicles and whatnot. But like the vehicles are readily out there in the public, but they just don't want like a whole bunch of crazy people and stuff there, I guess. I don't know. But it will be in Arizona, which will be really, really cool. Hopefully it's warm. We shall see. Snorlax Taco was talking about the car care nut with his video on the Sequoia, saying that the engine is the same as the GX, which it is. It's the same 3.4 that's in the GX, the Land Cruiser, the Tundra, the LX. All of those have them, but it said it's based on a German design. So I'm not 100% sure for that. The core of that engine came from the Lexus LS, LX, LS, the car. GS, LS, LS from the car. And then obviously a bunch of different components and stuff to make it good for a truck platform. But Daniel, man, hope you're doing good. Bubba in here too. I cannot see my computer screen for some reason today. I'm not sure if it's all the wind and like my eyes have been just watery for this whole day because of everything that's been going on. But how's it going, everyone? What is up? All right, so we're gonna hide the current comment and we should be good. Sorry if I'm out of it a little bit today, guys. Been all over the place, but if you guys are new to live streams, basically what we do is I answer any of your guys' questions. It is a Q&A. It could be Toyota stuff, car stuff, life stuff, whatever you guys want. Typically, we always go and get 10 to 15 minutes behind. But sometimes you guys can jump up to the top. If you feel like donating, you don't have to donate at all. I will get to your question. But if I don't get to your question, feel free to answer or ask it again. Just don't be spammy with everything. But Toyota Jeff is up in here. Have a great show, John. Appreciate it, Jeff. Jeff says he's more excited about, or am I more excited about the GX or the Land Cruiser? That's hard because there are two completely different things in my opinion, man. The same vehicle, but just powertrain wise, I think I'm more excited for the GX just because I like the powertrain of it. I know that the Land Cruiser is going to have a good aftermarket scene, but I really think that the GX is going to be a good one, and it's a Lexus product. It's going to be solid like a tank. I can't wait, man. So a lot of you guys asking that question, what do you think about the new Land Cruiser or GX? It's going to be hard. I think that we will really need to know official pricing of the Land Cruiser, like what the whole Land Cruiser scale is to go from 1958 packages into the actual Land Cruiser and then into the Land Cruiser First Edition, and then whatever comes after that, like the next year, maybe like a TRD Pro version or a Trail Hunter version or something like that. I don't know. But I personally am more excited for the GX just because I like the interior quality, at least. I mean, in all fairness, I saw a Land Cruiser like 6 months ago now, and it was super pre-production. And I have been seeing a lot of GXs lately, so like the GX is the freshest in my mind. And I just love that powertrain. That 3.4 is just so good. The 10-speed transmission, just everything about that powertrain is great. I guess I'm just more excited about it because I know how it's gonna probably feel, and I get to drive it soon. But I mean, yeah, the Land Cruiser should be good though if it's anything like the Tacoma. Sammy's talking back to Snorlax there, and I get to drive the GX guys next week. So on Wednesday I will be driving it. I'll hopefully be able to make some videos and stuff for you all, but we'll see how long or how much I'm able to do before the embargo lifts, and I believe the embargo is probably the 1st of February. John, EPA doesn't finalize until February. You won't get it until then. We will see. I was told by within Toyota that they are shipping. So if it's February, then that's pretty crappy, man. That's going to suck. It's going to really suck, but it's all good. Steely Dan says, if I don't get some 6th gen info soon, I'm going to lose my sheet. I know, dude. So that was a pretty fun video that I posted yesterday talking about like my 5 expectations, and I'm kind of glad that there were no like, oh, clickbaity comments, because it really wasn't. I mean, like, I'd like to do good, nice graphical thumbnails, catchy thumbnails. That's how you get people to click on videos. But I don't, do clickbait titles either. So, I mean, in the title, it was like, hey, these are my 5 expectations. I will buy the 4Runner if it has this stuff. We all know I'll probably still buy it if it doesn't have a couple of those things. But yeah, it was a very cool video and a great amount of response on that. And it was awesome to see what everyone wanted to see on the new 4Runner as well. So hopefully we can see it this year, man. If all the rumors are true and everything like that for the new Forerunner, I really hope that we get to see it soon. It's been 15 years in the making, man. It's been 15 years in the making, which is absolutely crazy. Cordetti says Toyota is really cutting back on the Tacoma model availability here. No SR, no pre-runner, etc. My dealer is working with me to see if it's just temporary decision or something permanent. I mean, Canada has always had different variations of vehicles. Like even for the Forerunner, I think you guys still have like the Trail Edition or something like that up there, which is crazy, right? I mean, just make all of North America stuff the same, it seems like. But yeah, I mean, maybe just right now it may be temporary, but that would be wild if you guys don't even get several of the models that we have. Can't wait for the review on the GX next week. I am most likely getting one. That is awesome. That is awesome. Happy birthday in advance. Appreciate all you guys, man. Man, this text is like so small today. Am I really freaking getting older, dude? Like that would suck. I have glasses. Like, so my right eye, guys, like this whole computer is blurry, but my left eye, like everything is working fine. I don't know if it's just the light in my office or what, but I had to zoom it in just now to see these texts before I put them onto the screen and make sure you guys aren't talking crap before I just put it on the screen to show it. I mean, everyone could see it in the chats, right, and stuff, but you guys can see it, but at least I don't just put it on the screen. Jules says, do you know if the Lexus GX will be at the Chicago Auto Show next month? It should. It should. It was at the LA Auto Show. It's been at several other auto shows since. It's been at SEMA. I would definitely expect them to most likely have a that kitted out over trail and maybe one other variation. The Chicago Auto Show is typically a pretty big auto show, so I would definitely like to see the GX there. It would be good. They don't finalize MPG numbers for the Tacoma until February, I believe. So yeah, there's some mixed information about that, I guess. We will see, right? Because there are some window stickers that have EPA miles per gallon on them that people have had from their dealerships and stuff on our Tacoma page on Facebook. But that was just one example. So I don't know. We'll see. If it's everything until February, then all right. But I don't, at that point, like in my mind, like I still would want the truck like as soon as possible to make you guys content. But like, dude, part of me is just like, then just wait 2 more months for the Pro, right? It's such a frustrating decision to like wait for and make because I mean, if I could just snap my fingers and the truck be here in a perfect world, that would be great. So I could start making content on it for you guys, and you guys get to see review videos to see if the truck's even worth it as a personal vehicle instead of just the couple hours that I got to have the truck in California. But like, man, that's so frustrating if that's the case until February when like that's out of Toyota's hands because that's government stuff, but also like what else could have been done to make that happen faster too. That's super frustrating if that's going to be the case for that. Daniel says, if you have time to do some sightseeing in Arizona, SR88 from see this Roosevelt to Mesa is one of my favorite roads in the Southwest. That's going to be awesome. We're actually going to be down in Tucson area, so that's all the information now that I'll be giving. I'm not even going to say where. But yeah, I lived up in Phoenix for about 3 years. I was actually in Litchfield Park area because I was stationed at Luke Air Force Base, and I mean, dude, Arizona is just beautiful. We still have property in Arizona, but I would definitely like to make Arizona a home again one day. You know, not like a permanent home or anything like that because it's just so expensive in the West Coast. But yeah, Arizona is stunning. The sunsets are always great. It's just absolutely beautiful out there for sure. And then especially like once you get out of the cities, I mean, it is just desert. I mean, it is clearly desert, but it is just like just barren desert. And then next thing you know, like, oh, there's another city and then barren desert. It is absolutely crazy, but it's so beautiful, man. Sammy says Land Cruiser will be solid just from the fact that it will be made in the Tahara plant as well. Yeah, and I believe it's also going to be made at one other plant in Japan. I think they're doing the Land Cruiser at 2 different plants. Alan says that he was refunded his GX allocation due to markup and delay. All Lexus dealerships here in Maryland suck. That stinks, dude. Nitto tires that you recommended still grips in icy weather. Heck yeah, I'm glad that you are enjoying the Nittos. That is super crappy about your dealer, man. Hopefully looking around in other places maybe for the GX if possible. I got my my eyes out there for my GX2. It's not like it's super important because depending on when we do move down to Tampa, it may not be smart to have all these vehicles, and I would hate to like buy a vehicle in February, March, April, whenever the GX is finally like gonna like be out. And then have to like sell it right away because lenders are like, hey, you need to sell to qualify for this house. But I have a gut feeling, guys, that I may have to sell the Tundra. I hope not. So the crappy thing is like we have to wait for taxes and do taxes and everything to like show what we made last year, and depends on like how much I want to claim on taxes and stuff too. And then if you claim too much, then it's gonna show like you didn't make enough and all that. But I don't know. All Terrain Nation, Dave, appreciate it. This is how you guys jump to the top. And I told Dave, you do not have to do $5. Don't do that. But guys, if you want more truck content and automotive content, definitely check out All Terrain Nation. He just posted a video about the 6th Gen 4Runner as well, giving his information and his thoughts on it. It seems like a couple people wanted to do that yesterday and today, which is awesome. Definitely ride that algorithm train and give your opinion because so many people want to know what is up. He says, match this donation for great content. The ball is in your guys' courts. I appreciate it, man. You don't have to do that, but thank you so much. That was a good live stream. I enjoyed it the other day. And even after our live stream, we talked for, Dave and I talked for, dude, 45 minutes or something like that. I sat in this chair for a while the other day. My back and my butt was killing me afterwards, but it was all good. Chance says, I would love to know the GX production target, meaning hopefully they will be producing enough to meet demand. Yeah, I'm curious if it is going to be the same as the 460 or maybe a little bit more. If it'll be on par with like the Land Cruiser, because they said that they're going to make significantly more Land Cruisers than what they did for the 200 series here in the United States. So that will be a question that I'm going to ask, like, hey, what is your guys' production that you guys want to have for this? How many are you guys going to be making, especially like with the new 4Runner potentially coming too? Like all three of these vehicles, they're going to be super close, you know, in size and potential pricing for certain models, right? Yes, I have seen and I don't know how you pronounce this company, whether it's Joust or JOAS, but yeah, that thing was super cool. I need to make a short form content on it. I saw it today for the first time on social media, but I've literally been away from my desk pretty much all day running around and doing stuff. So that's why I like Tuesdays to be live stream days, because once I get a good rhythm going again, Tuesdays are good live stream days because it allows me to do stuff like around the house and real estate stuff. And then like all I have to worry about is just doing the live stream at 6:15 Central Time. So I really enjoy the live streams because it's not like it's not a day off from YouTube and stuff, but it's still really nice. Bro, Cordetti, here is 25. Should be about 133 American, right? I'm not 100% sure now what the conversion rate from, do you guys pronounce it as loonies still, or what is your actual full currency to freedom units? But I appreciate that. Yeah, I mean, every Canadian that I've either seen in videos and stuff or your guys' prices for things is so much higher, and obviously it's different currency and everything like that, but it is definitely a bit more numbers wise than it is here for us Americans. But guys, head over to Cordetti's page because he just did a block heater video on his Tundra, which is definitely fitting for this time of year. And that video is actually doing pretty good, dude. Like for, you know, the size of your channel, that video is almost at 1,000 views from what I see on my end, man. So that is really freaking awesome. That is so good. But I appreciate it, guys. Again, you do not have to donate. I do these live streams because I love them. I enjoy hanging out with you guys and stuff too. It's a way to get back to you guys like live, right? And not just in the comment section, and interact with everyone and whatnot. So, But he also says that I think it's just a rough guess with the dealership. It has to do more with manufacturing capacity and model allocations, but I don't know. Yeah, it could just be too with the Tacoma. It's going to have a slow start, unfortunately. I mean, their goal is to get to 200,000 plus like they are with the current gen, but they're, still building some current gen. Well, they should be done now, and they're switching over the whole plant to the new gen, ramp up trucks, get them out there, fix things, issues that they have at the plants, whatever. Like there's so much stuff that goes into the first year of making these vehicles, which is another big reason why I don't feel like the 4Runner is going to move to Mexico, because they are at capacity, like with the Tacoma there, and there hasn't been any growth. And I'm pretty sure like they are at capacity in Mexico. I don't know of anywhere in the United States where they would build it. I'm pretty sure the San Antonio plant is pretty packed with the Tundra and Sequoia, unless they can fit the 4Runner there. I have no idea. But I'm just praying that the 4Runner is still made in Japan. That would be awesome. Lord says, I'm far-sighted, cross-eyed, and have a astigmatism. I definitely get you on the eye issues. Yeah, I mean, and the glasses that I got, I hate glasses, and I don't wear them that often. But like, oh wow, the screen actually looks a lot better. Holy crap. But like this eye now, the right eye, like it's still a little bit blurry, so I may have to go back to them, but it's almost like it's like beveled almost, and it gives me a headache. Like I try to wear the glasses for maybe a total of 35-45 minutes to an hour a day, something like that, but I start to get a headache and I start to get nauseous, and I just need to build up the tolerance to them. But I may need to go get a different prescription or something, because the right eye, like the left eye, it's nice and flat, it looks like the world is supposed to look, and then unless my right eye is just so effed up that it needs to be that way, when I move and stuff, it's like the world is a bubble. Like, oh God, I don't like it at all. I'm new to glasses and stuff, but we shall see with that. I want to get to the point where I could just put contacts in my eyes, but I have to get used to it first. William says, hey John, I'm happy that Toyota fixed your window. Dude, so happy about this. We just drove the Tundra to the Airbnb because we had mulch and stuff in the back. I was doing yard work at 27 degrees outside. Well, what's the temperature now? 34. It was 37 degrees outside and super windy. I think our wind chill today was close to like 25 degrees, I think. Doing yard work before an Airbnb guest checks in, because my wife noticed I was really bad the other day and we got back to it. But super cold out. The wind was horrible. It was howling the whole time that we were driving, and the windows did not rattle. So knock on wood, the Tundra is solid so far. But William goes on to say, have you heard anything from Toyota that if they will do a recall on Tundras or start making them correctly with better materials going forward? So I don't think that they would just do a recall on all trucks. A recall has to be like a safety issue. So those are actual recalls. Then there's safety bulletins, or I forget what the other one is called, like the one for the parking brake for the Tundra. It's not technically, it's like a service campaign. It's a service bulletin, I think. Yeah, a service bulletin. So that may be what ends up being for the seals for those doors and stuff. Like they may be, hey, bring your truck in, and is your truck having these issues? And they have to like make sure too that this is a fix, because just because my truck has been good for like 500 miles now or so doesn't mean like it is 100% the fix, because I could be driving another 500 miles or something like that, and it could just start to go randomly. So, and that has happened with people. They have commented or they've DM'd me and said, bro, my truck was super good for like 6,000 miles. And I have a buddy who is in Pensacola, he has a Tier D Pro, and he said that he was just coming back from a road trip and it just went, and his door just randomly started to do it. So it may be more than just a seal. It may be like these doors just move too much, or the aluminum doors that the front doors are just aren't the best for the truck. I don't know. I want to dig too far into it. All I know is that at least for now, the truck is fixed. So I feel like Toyota may want to really make sure that it's a fix, or really get down to the root cause as to why certain trucks do it before they really issue something like that. But at least we know for now, if your truck is doing it, like there's either a way to band-aid it, which I showed in the video, and also to hopefully with those parts that I screenshotted on the screen for you guys in those videos if your dealership is able to do that. Hopefully it works. And also for some, moving the striker of the door in closer so that the door seats to the cab a little bit better. They said my truck was it wasn't able to get adjusted at all, but yours may be able to. Gary says, do you think that the TRD Pro has value over the TRD Off-Road Premium? So resale value, yes. TRD Pros, they hold their value like crazy, man. It is absolutely insane how much TRD Pros hold their value versus other trim levels. But value as in just, is it worth the additional price and everything? If you're just looking to like buy a truck and pay a decent amount of money for a truck and get a good value of what you paid for the truck, probably not. I mean, and that's a horrible sales thing to do, but what's up? What's up? Off. Thank you. Good girl. But because like you can build a TRD off-road or, you know, something equivalent to be better than a TRD Pro, right? For most likely cheaper, but it's just the TRD Pros are just, they are the one price that you get and you get everything with it. If you want the truck to have, I don't know, hold on. Sorry, the dog, she's did something. But for a TRD Pro, basically you get what you get with the truck. It will have way better suspension. It's going to have bigger tires and everything too for it. It's going to look cooler on the inside. There will be certain things, and the resale value will be better than a TRD Off-Road Premium. But if you're looking for just price and everything and potentially building up your own truck, then it may just be better to do a TRD Off-Road. Could the Tacoma EPA numbers / approval be dependent on the hybrid testing as well? No, I don't think so, because that is going to be later down the road. In like April timeframe or so, maybe a little bit later. They said spring, but with these trucks being a little bit delayed, I have no idea when the hybrid stuff will come out. But they are going to have their own separate EPA stuff versus just the normal i4s. Toyota Stout thoughts, dude. I want it to happen. I want the Stout to happen, man. Give us a crossover truck, hybrid powertrain, gets like 29, 35 miles per gallon, whatever it is. That truck is going to sell like hotcakes. The Maverick is just killing that market right now. The Maverick is so good. The Honda Ridgeline and the Santa Cruz, like, they're cool in their own ways, but the Maverick is just such a sick truck. And all these renders and stuff, like if it has the front end of that one Toyota that they're selling overseas, that like super work truck, or if it even has like the EV Land Cruiser, like that smaller Land Cruiser that was at the EV event that Toyota did several years ago. If it has the front end of that and like another door and a bed, oh my gosh, that's all they need to do. It would look so good and it would sell like crazy. Lord says you should come live in Nevada then. Lots of desert, lots of country, beautiful sunsets north of Eli. It gets cold in the winter. See, that's what I don't like. That last sentence. I do not like, I don't like the cold. I grew up in San Diego. I've never been around the cold. I don't like the cold. The coldest I ever been in my life was when I was in Korea for a year. I lived in Korea for a year, and it was just so cold, shoveling snow and everything for the aircraft and whatnot. It was just not fun. And then I lived in Arizona. It gets a little bit cold in Phoenix. Nothing horrible though. But Florida here, where I live in the Panhandle area, which is why we want to move further south, it's when there's humidity in the air, it makes it even colder. So like 34 here feels like really cold just because of the moisture in the air. And I know there's people that live in colder climates, okay? I get it. Okay, I get it. I don't like the cold at all. But yeah, Nevada is beautiful. I mean, it's my brother, he lives in Vegas right now. So, I mean, that's not like the most beautiful, right? Because of all the city and the buildings and everything, but you can still see the mountains and stuff. And once you get to the outskirts of Vegas, and it's really beautiful as well up in there. But yeah, tons of beautiful scenery out in the West Coast. I want to go to Montana. I want to go to Wyoming. I just want to go to certain areas of the West Coast when the weather's optimal. I'm not going to go to Montana right now. But yeah, in like August timeframe or something, just to see how beautiful it is would be awesome. Sammy says, John will explain the differences between TRD Pro and the Off-Road Premium. There's a lot. You'll just... suspension, tires, whole interior packages are different. But I mean, for the main like creature comforts of it, they're going to be pretty dang close, and it depends on also what vehicle you're talking about as well. But yeah, a lot of them you could see online, just the differences right now. But for the Tacoma, there's going to be a bunch of suspension stuff, the tires, it's kind of appearance too on the front, tier D exhaust, tier D intake. Sammy, what's up? Sammy says, "Hey John, would you keep your fifth gen 4Runner even if you bought the sixth gen and if it was made in Mexico?" It's gonna be hard. It's gonna be hard to swallow that bullet if it is made in Mexico. But for the content, like I'm gonna have a sixth gen 4Runner on the channel regardless to make content for it, whether it's this channel or a second channel that I make. I'm still toying with that for certain things, just because it's gonna be a little bit. Where did my chat go? Where's Sammy at? For the sixth gen 4Runner, sorry. So my wife's not here right now, guys, because she's with. If you guys are just joining in, my wife's not here right now. She's at the urgent care with our other dog. So like I'm in control of the animals right now. it was random because our dog split open his freaking stitches, so he has to go get stitches again. So I'm like keeping tabs on all the animals right now. We don't have that many. It's not like it's a freaking zoo and I'm a zookeeper. It's just I want to make sure that they're all good right now because they're just walking around like crazy. So anyways, back to Sammy. Sorry. So Sammy, I will, if I can keep my fifth gen 4Runner forever, I will keep it. The 4Runner is paid off, but it's a bank also basically at the same point. So like if I need to sell it for money, for something for real estate or for the channel, if it makes sense to just have that cash on hand or whatever unfortunately happens to where if I have to sell my fifth gen 4Runner for something, I will. But if I can keep that fifth gen forever, I would love to, because the ultimate goal one day is to have a big freaking warehouse on a property somewhere, and it's like my shop and all this stuff, and I have my office like up in the corner and stuff, and it overlooks all these vehicles and whatnot, and I can work on them and do all the stuff that like I've done in the past and like I want to do more that I don't showcase that much on the channel, but like maybe I do if I have a bigger shop or something. But I just want one of every generation of 4Runner, and I really do hope that the fifth gen 4Runner that's up in there is the one that I have right now. If I have to sell it, I have to sell it. I don't want to, but at the end of the day, it's a material item, but I really don't want to have to sell it. Jim says, I'm debating on a 24 Sequoia Tier D Pro and a GX Overtrail, just using for off-road usage. If it's possible, perhaps that would be interesting for a review. That would be a very good review. I would love to do that. I would honestly, like, even after owning a Sequoia Tier D Pro, I'd probably go GX all day. I would go GX all day just because it's a little bit smaller, more nimble off-road, better rear occupant situation going on. Like there's no crazy third row up in it, so you can put a bunch of cargo and stuff back there. So I would, if it was me personally, I would definitely go GX. What's up from the Arctic, known as Chicago? Yeah, everyone up north is super cold. Yeah, -1 in Nashville. I know. I'm being a baby, guys, talking about 37 in Florida feels like 25 or whatever. But guess what? I ain't used to it. I am not used to it. I don't like it. Have never liked the cold. Nothing. Yeah. Cryos the River, it was -18 in Chicago. Yeah, I mean, once I feel like you get to a certain point, it's just all miserable. It's just all miserable at a certain point. Do you listen to podcasts? Nate says, if you do, what are your top 3? So I don't listen to like a whole lot. Sometimes I catch Joe Rogan stuff just because, he's really good at it. And he gets some interesting conversations going on. I listen to Andy Frisella a lot. He has a really good podcast as well. Very entrepreneurial, also talking about real world stuff that's going on with like on the internet. They cruise the internet and stuff and talk about things that are going on in the world and try to dissect it a little bit. I used to listen to some real estate stuff, but I don't really like to listen to a lot of podcasts because some of them, they just do ads after ads after ads. And you're like, holy crap, dude, like just talk, So what I really like to do is sometimes it's just clips on YouTube. Like my algorithm for YouTube Shorts is a lot of podcast clips that are just people edit them and they do their own things. And like I just find it interesting to see stuff like that. So Don't really have a whole bunch of podcasts that I listen to, but those are really the main two, I guess, if I was to listen to them. No Land Cruiser pricing yet. Hopefully we get that later. Vince says, I just wanted to say that I absolutely love Toyotas. That is all I ever drive, and that's all I'll ever own. My current is a 2023 4Runner TRD Pro. Heck yeah, dude. I enjoy Toyotas too. There is some things with new ones that I'm kind of frustrated about. Like even though my Tundra is like going well right now, I've had it randomly hits my head every once in a while as to like get a first gen Tundra again. That's why I bought a first gen Tundra years ago. And I love that truck so much. I really do love the first gen Tundra. And when I owned the one that I owned, it was like fairly inexpensive at the time. I think I got it for like $7,000 or $8,000, and it was a pretty good price. And now those same trucks are around like 12 to 13, which is crazy. But it needed a little bit of work. I think if I was to buy another first gen Tundra, it would be pretty pristine. I would want like a very well kept one, and I would continue to keep it really well. But along with that too, for some reason, I really want a second gen Tundra. I don't know why. I just really want a second gen Tundra. It wouldn't be a Crew Max. I feel like I would do a double cab 6-foot bed. I kind of want like a Voodoo Blue TRD Pro or a Lunar Rock TRD Pro, just like the very last Tundra. I think that would be really cool for the channel, and just to, if I have to sell the third gen Tundra for us to move down to Tampa, I think the truck I would replace it with, I mean, obviously I'm going to have the Tacoma at the time, but I really think that I would probably do a second gen Tundra and just really see what it's about, because I've only driven it for a week here on the channel. I had a press vehicle one and I only drove it for a week. But I think it would be cool to own one a little bit. I know the views probably wouldn't be the best, but it would just be nice to just really compare that generation to the current generation that I've had two of now, and just see how one of those trucks is like long term and actually having it. It looks like you guys are, I don't have any door rattles yet, but I have whistling in the air vents, did a Band-Aid fix, but working on a more permanent solution. It's annoying. Yeah, there's just little things just on these vehicles that's just absolutely crazy. Negative 39 in Montana. So our Airbnb guests that are checking in, they're actually from Montana. And my wife messaged them saying, hey, like, just because you guys are coming to Florida, make sure you guys pack a little bit warm, because we do have a cold front coming through. And they're like, oh, it's been negative 12 here for like the last however many weeks. Like 20s is like warm for us. So they're totally fine coming, which is pretty cool. So that's going to be awesome. Daniel says, going down Sun Road in Montana is the most scenic drive I've ever been on. Beartooth Pass in Montana is a second favorite. That's awesome. I'll definitely have to hit you guys up if I ever go that way for those kind of things. But some of the most beautiful roads that I've seen is like in Alaska. I've been to Alaska. I've driven with the northern lights like going over me and stuff. Like that's been absolutely beautiful too. But it's always been like snow. Sometimes in Alaska, I've been there in like July, I think, and it was still beautiful up in Alaska. I mean, Alaska is definitely some of the most beautiful terrain I've personally seen, but I'm sure Montana, Utah was actually very beautiful as well. I rode ATVs in Utah, and just, dude, all the West Coast, man. Like, our area here in Florida, like, it's nice. I mean, if you enjoy the beaches and the palm trees and, like, you know, nice sunsets and pines and all that stuff, but it's just something different about being in mountainous climates. Like, mountains are just, to me, just so much more beautiful than flat. Like, mountains are just so beautiful. Sun says, hey, John, when are you driving the new GX? So for everyone just joining in, I am driving the new GX in February. Or February, what the hell am I even talking about? Next week. I am driving the new GX next week, and hopefully the embargo, I believe, will be lifted on February 1st. So it will be lifted on February 1st, and then I get to tell you guys all about how it drove. But hopefully prior to that, I can be able to just show you guys like some more videos and stuff here and there about the vehicle. I'm not sure which that one's for. So sometimes you guys are talking about certain other things, but Beto, I appreciate you, man. $2 donation. I don't see any text along with that, dude, but You are awesome. I appreciate you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I kicked caffeine, guys. I kicked caffeine, even though like there's a coffee cup right here. I've been doing just decaf coffee, which does have some micro milligrams of caffeine in it. So I was gonna say to Beto that $2, dude. Thanks for the coffee tomorrow, but I don't drink caffeine unless I get a decaf coffee from somewhere. But it's just something about the taste of coffee, man, that I just really like. It's super good. And then with the carnivore diet that I'm on, I have some days where I'm more like lion diet, and then other days where I'm more carnivore. And I just put like some good amount of heavy whipping cream in that coffee, dude. Oh my god, it just tastes so good. It tastes so good. Car Spotter, how's it going? You guys are talking about some stuff. Yuma is snow right now. That is crazy. Yuma over. Oh yeah. 110 in July. Yuma over cold snow, dude. I agree. I mean, people say that, oh, you could put more clothes on, blah, blah, blah. In the wintertime, you could only take so much off in the summertime. I don't care, dude. I'll take the clothes off and go in the pool or go to the beach, and I will be fine. Like, I would prefer to sweat than to be cold any day of the week. That's how I've been. Like, that's how I grew up, I guess, and that's just all I know. Like, I didn't grow up in, like, Chicago or anything like that. Because the first time I ever saw leaves change, like legitimate colors of fall, was when I was in Korea and I was like 25 years old, something like that. Because in California, all stuff goes is from green to brown, back to green. Florida, green to like a weird color, and then back to green. So I mean, that's all I know. So in Korea, I actually saw like the trees change colors. I actually had snow for Christmas and Thanksgiving and stuff. So like it was cool, I guess, to like experience that. But yeah, I will take the heat over snow any day. I know that it is about the GX550, but I secured a four-wheel drive SR5 in blue at my dealer, and I have you to thank for it, showing us everything about the new Tacoma. Dude, heck yeah, man, that is awesome. And these live streams, like I struggle sometimes to make a thumbnail just because they're literally just Q&As and just us interacting and stuff. But I did want to let everyone know, at least by seeing that. Maybe they don't watch the live stream, but just like, hey, I get to drive the GX next week. But congrats on the new Tacoma, man. I hope your truck gets here. I hope all of our trucks get here, dude. I'm so tired of waiting. Corey Eddie says, I'm planning on an off-road trip with the Tundra. It's in the Rocky Mountains. Great scenery. I've heard that's nothing but beautiful up there. Just not looking forward of walking in a foot of glacier water to hook the Tundra up if it gets stuck. I would definitely go with someone too. Try not to do that solo, but if you got to do solo, just definitely either have a winch on board or something to like strap to a tree and pull you out or something. Just be careful and definitely plan the route out and document it for the YouTube. That would be absolutely awesome. I mean, we just need more content creators that have good content like that. That'd be really cool. And that's what I would want to make for the second channel. Like I'm not even going to talk about it that much because it's not going to happen yet. But like when we do move down to Tampa and I'm like really focused on car reviews and Toyota reviews on this channel, that may just be all this channel turns into, is just the car reviews, and then all the other stuff like my own vehicle experiences, modifications, all that stuff may just be on a secondary channel, and then TRD John may just be literally all car reviews, like literally what the name stands for, TRD John. It's not like Toyota Racing Development John or like TRD Pro John. It's not like that. It's like Toyota Review Dude. That's kind of my play on the acronym, is Toyota Review Dude is what TRD John stands for. So like to review Toyotas. So that may just be what this channel turns into. And then the other one may just be some sort of like Yoda Garage or John's Yoda Garage or John's Garage. I don't know. I maybe I'll ask ChatGPT or something like that to help me with my writer's block. Connor says that it is a bummer that the Overtrail Plus doesn't get brown seats with the green suede. Yeah, that would actually look pretty cool. Like some brown seats with that olive suede interior. That would look unique. I think it's only black for the Overtrail and Overtrail Plus. It's coming in February. It's coming early February. Well, dude, I hope so, man. I hope that there's no more delays and you are able to get it in time. So that's awesome, man. Do you think the GX will hold its value? I definitely do. I mean, the current GXs, they don't hold their value, it seems like, as much as the 4Runner. You kind of have that little bit of luxury fall off with a lot of luxury vehicles. But I think over time, the GX will definitely hold its value. The 470 has, the 460 has. I don't understand why the 550 wouldn't. It'll be a good vehicle. I mean, it's not going to be a 70 plus $1,000 vehicle forever. Maybe the over trails will hold their value for a good time while the overland kind of vibe is a thing, right? Just how TRD pros have held their value for a super long time. So maybe that GX will hold its value a little bit better than like a premium or a luxury. But it also depends on how many they make too. So any idea when the GX550s will be shipped to the dealers? No idea yet. I will get that information hopefully this week for you guys. But from what I've been told, I think it's like February, March timeframe is what they're aiming for right now. David, what is up, man? How is it going? Hey, how are you? How are you? It's a group of you guys going. Sounds good. Sounds good. Lord says that my dream trip is a full Route 66. Get your kicks on Route 66. Oh man, that'd be really cool to do. I mean, when we moved from Arizona to Florida, so like I was stationed in Arizona, I went to Korea, and then when I came back from Korea, our next duty station was here in Florida. We drove the whole way, and it was cool because like the military will ship all your stuff if you want. You could have flown. They would ship like maybe one car, I think, or you could drive or just sell vehicles, buy new cars there. Ironically, the two cars that we drove here, we don't even have anymore, but it's called like a Diddy move, like a partial Diddy move. Like you do move some stuff on your own. So basically, I got paid to drive with the military and do it myself to get here to Florida and carry some of my own crap, which we probably don't even have anymore. It's ridiculous. But we just took our time with it. We didn't like buzz straight through. We saw friends in Phoenix again before we left because we left from San Diego. We saw friends again in Arizona, saw family in New Mexico. We stayed in Texas. We went to the Cadillac Ranch. We went to the Big Texan in Amarillo, Texas. We went into New Orleans, stayed a couple nights in New Orleans. We still haven't been back to New Orleans since we've lived here. But like, it's just so cool to see that. I mean, a lot of it is boring. Like at the end of the day, like some of it's just like, oh wow, I've seen it. And then like you keep seeing it and you get over it a little bit. But even when we drove from Florida to San Diego last year with the white Tundra, that was still fun. Like it was still cool. We had the dogs in the truck and just seeing things. But there were times on the drive where I'm just like, I'm over it, dude. Like you're just so over it. But I would definitely do road trips. Like that's why I'm excited for the Tacoma to do a road trip with the new Tacoma when we get it from Virginia. Like yeah, I could have done other dealerships local to me and stuff, but like that's a dealership that we're hopefully getting the truck relatively soon. Good price. It's a different area of Virginia that I haven't been to, like Virginia and North Carolina. And I was like, yeah, cool, whatever. Like I'll road trip down. It should be a lot of fun. Jason says, if there is no difference in price, would you get a hybrid over a non-hybrid on your Platinum? If there was no difference in price, I would pick the hybrid probably just for more power. However, I still do enjoy not having the hybrid just for the simple fact of the underseat storage. Like the moment you do the hybrid, the power is great. It's awesome. It's very good. I would love to long-term own a hybrid and not like lift it or put any big crazy tires on it and just see of how good of gas mileage I could average with the vehicle. But like I just hate how you lose all the underseat storage space. That is like my main con with the hybrid system on the Tundra is you just lose so much storage space on a truck where like storage space is a premium. Arham says, interesting on the Canadian Toyota configurator, the 5-foot bed is only available on TRD Off-Road Premium and the Taco with the 6-speed manual. Otherwise, a 6-foot bed is standard. Very odd for us Canadians. Yeah, and I'm not sure if that is a thing to where the configurator just reflects that, because for the US, our configurator, no matter what you do on the TRD off-road, it always shows a 6-foot bed, but you can option it for different things. Corey Deddy was saying that the for you guys in Canada, like it's not even looking like you're getting the SR or the pre-runner. So Canada may just be its own like different beast for things for the Tacoma, and maybe they'll iron it out later. I don't know. We will see. Ghosted, what is up, man? How's it going? I'm late again, bro. Every Tuesday, 6:15 Central. How are you late all the time? No, I'm kidding. I've been snowboarding all day. That's killer. But what are your thoughts on the 24 Tacoma delay? Bro, it is frustrating me, man. It is frustrating me, but you know what? I'm thankful that I'm able to get this truck, that I'm able to get one of the first trucks and show you guys content. So that is the thought that I need to keep in my head whenever I think that I want to get frustrated that the truck is delayed and delayed and delayed. I just got to be thankful that once it's not delayed, I will get it and I will show it to you guys and everyone will enjoy the content. I'm going to do my road trip that I have planned with the truck. I'm going to talk with companies and go to their shops and showcase those videos for you guys with the truck and just give you guys real world experiences. I really in my mind want to always like been like the first for something, and I will be probably the first with certain things for that truck, which will be cool. But I just have to realize that there's so much crap that is out of my control for this. So it is what it is, man. It's all good. I'll showcase it when I get to showcase it. Maybe I head up your way or something like that with the truck, and we can meet up with our trucks in a couple months and stuff, off-road, go see some things. That'd be cool. So it sucks that it's delayed, but you know what? It is what it is. Whenever it comes, I'll be fine with it, man. I just really hope that it's been built because the configurator, or not the configurator, but last thing my dealer told me was that it was still showing in the allocation status. So do you know the status of yours, Jace? Let me know. Send a message. But yeah, as of today, mine is still in allocation status, and it was supposed to be built on the 4th of January, which it's been a couple weeks since the 4th, so I would have been pretty dang close to going and getting my truck right now if, you know, the truck was built and then they give the 2 to 3 weeks or whatever that a truck potentially has to come, like if everything was just flowing smoothly. So not 100% sure yet what's going on there, but it's all good. We'll get the truck when we get the truck. Cordy Eddie says, I have a separate channel for my dirt biking. It's called Soupy Socks Enduro. It's got a decent following. Oh, nice. That hasn't even come up in my recommended. I mean, I don't watch a lot of dirt biking stuff, although I did randomly start watching Travis Pastrana. He has his own YouTube channel. I like watching his stuff. Excuse me. I used to be really into dirt biking when I lived out in the West Coast, and it's so much different out there, like for scenery and stuff, for dirt biking, and just the whole off-road scene is just so different out in the West Coast. Because here in Florida, so back in California, I'm all over the place tonight, guys, but that's what the live streams are about. Out in California, I think it's in California is where the trailer's at right now, unless my brother only has his. So I have a Yamaha Raptor quad. It's a 700. Love that thing, man. It's old now at that point because I think mine is a 50th anniversary edition. It's either a 40th or a 50th. I can't remember, but it's a 2006. But they really haven't changed the Yamaha Raptor since then. I actually, a while ago, several years ago, maybe 3 years ago, I did like a desert vlog because I was just out there. I was like, you know what? I'll see if vlogging is cool and if people like it. It didn't go over that well, but I'm interested to see how it would do now that we have like more than 10,000 or 15,000 followers on the channel, or subscribers, I should say. But yeah, so anyways, I have that out in the West Coast. It's a quad. It's meant for like high speed desert, like wide open sand dunes and wide open washes and stuff. And that bike hauls. It hauls so much. But like to bring that here to Florida, I'm kind of like, why would I do that? Like, why would I bring that bike all the way here to Florida? Because the track riding and stuff here in Florida is more of like mud bogs and technical stuff. Like you'll see 4-wheel drive ATVs with snorkels on them And that's completely 180 from the West Coast. Even the side by sides, like out in the West Coast, it's all about paddle tires, turbos on them, like hauling butt. Out here, it's different extended A arms to like make them super tall. They got the snorkels going out the back. It's just a different vibe for off road out here in the East Coast. I am excited though to move down to Tampa area because there's two off-road parks within 2 hours of where we're looking to buy a house. There's one south of us and there's one north of us, and they're pretty decent, like legitimate off-road parks, like with rocks and stuff that they brought in, those cinder blocks and everything, or like those cinder, like the ones that they put in the ground for drainage and stuff. They have all those stacked up and everything. So it would be interesting to see how much more I'm able to finally off-road down there. And there's a ton of national parks and stuff too, to at least get like footage and everything of off-roading and whatnot. But I don't know. That would be cool. And soapy socks, huh? That's hilarious for a second channel. So we got some more questions that came in here. So Daniel says the GX has an amazing color palette. I wish that the LC250 had more than just white, grays, and blacks. Yeah. So they have the Meteor Shower, I think is the name for the Land Cruiser. Then you also have the Trail Dust, which is kind of like that yellow color, which I can't wait to see in person. And then you have Heritage Blue. But yeah, there are some, just bland, typical Toyota colors for the Land Cruiser. I would have loved to see like a red. We do have a yellow at least. Solar Octane on the Land Cruiser I feel like would actually look really cool with like a grayscape roof. But yeah, the GX, man, it has a lot of good ones. Like the white looks super good. The Caviar Black looks super good. It's just all good, nice premium colors. The Earth color looks great. I believe there's a blue. I can't remember if there's a blue for the GX, but the Nori green, like that green, all of them just look so good on the GX. Hurt, what is up? I'm glad you are able to make it to a live stream, man. Appreciate you stopping in and hanging out. He says that I used to be into riding dirt bikes, quads, etc. Anymore, I prefer vehicles. Yeah, I mean, it has to be a certain environment for me. Like so talking about bad areas for my quad, we went out to Utah and we were going on all these trails and stuff, and my Raptor, it was hot, and it was probably like 50s 60s, and we were trail riding, like beautiful weather. There were some hotter days and stuff, but it was just stunning out there. And my bike just was getting hot because it's air cooled. It just wants to go fast, and I'm putting all these trails in like second gear on this like race bike, and it's not supposed to do that stuff. So like out there, a trail bike would have definitely been more enjoyable for sure. But I think like if I eventually make my way back out to the West Coast for certain things, maybe it's like the winter time I want to be out in the West Coast, or some months here and there and enjoy the desert scene and the off-road scene and stuff. I think maybe a side-by-side may be the move, because it's like a car, obviously, but you still feel like that rider feeling with it. It's not just like a total truck or a SUV. You still have like that rider experience with it, but it's still comfortable. You can sit in it. There's a windshield and everything. So I think that may be the move if we ever do that. Ghosted says that would be awesome if we came to hang out. I'd love to show you around Colorado. I'm pretty frustrated with this delay too, because I have a ton of companies waiting for this truck. Mine was supposed to be built on the 3rd. I just called the dealership a little bit ago, and it's still in allocation status as well. So my dealership is going to try to contact Toyota to figure out what is going on with these delays. I will do stuff on my end too to see what the heck it is. I don't want to, bombard them so much, but it's like, dude, let's go. I mean, I personally don't have companies like that. I like have reached out and DM'd and stuff, just because I got no idea when I'm gonna get the truck. So like, I don't want them to say like, hey, we want the truck now so we could do stuff with it. I'm just gonna be like, hey guys, I'm in California. Like, do you need this truck for anything, or want to collaborate or do anything? And they'll be like, yeah, sure, bring it in. Cool. If not, it's all good, man. It's all good. I'll let everyone else do their thing. I get to showcase the vehicle for stuff, and then maybe, once I build the second channel that's all about modifications and off-roading and all that other stuff, maybe companies will see that. Because honestly, TRD John has turned into like Toyota review stuff, which I love. I enjoy doing. It seems like you guys like it for the most part. We do some install stuff here and there, but it seems like the channel has really revolved into a review channel. And obviously, companies they don't care about that, right? They want to do their parts with a individual that's always showcasing their parts and stuff, and not just one off like, hey, I installed it, people are like, cool, and then you don't show it that much anymore. So I definitely see that, and it's all good. And you guys can let me know in the comments here too on YouTube. Don't be scared to comment. Like, no one will see it. We just see your name. It's fine. Like, you're not on blast or anything. But you guys can comment here if you enjoy more of the review videos, or if you guys miss like the install videos, because I enjoy doing the install videos. It's just for where I want this channel to go, it just doesn't make sense to. It's just hard, man. It's like really hard to blend the two of them. Like, I really want to blend the two of them, but it's super hard to like showcase the all new Camry that's just revealed, and then the next day I'm talking about like an Overland Tacoma that I'm putting this modification on. You know, it just it doesn't make sense to me for that. That's like the main reason why I want to do a second channel. So you guys can let me know your comments here, and I'll definitely make a video about that in the future if it ever comes to that point and whatnot. But yeah, I don't know. Car Spotter says that we have sand and more sand in the Anza Borrego Springs. That would be a super cool place to ride out there. It's just everything out west. I mean, I wish I rode my bike more when I wish I got into mountain biking when we were in Arizona more. I used to enjoy mountain biking when we were in California, but I never did it in Arizona. We hiked a little bit in Arizona, but never as much as I used to. So there's just so much in this country that I just want to do and see, and I want to get YouTube to the point where I'm several weeks ahead, like with review content and stuff, to where I could just like pack up the truck and a trailer, or if the Tacoma Overland project is like a thing with this new one, and like I see it the way that I want to see it, just load up the truck with the dogs and just go places, right? And then just record that and showcase that for you all. But we'll see. So Oni1 says that I don't actually watch install vids unless I'm having trouble installing something. That makes sense. And maybe it's not just like, because so the YouTube algorithm has changed to where I can't just post a video. Hold on a second. Let me see if my wife texted me, because she's with our other dog and my watch has been going off a couple times. Okay, she hasn't. All right. If you guys are just joining in, our other dog's at the urgent care right now because the dude was an idiot and he ate his stitches. So he has like a gash on his rib cage because him and our other dog, she and him were play fighting and stuff, and something took a good little chunk out of his rib. So he got stitched up yesterday and he ate through it today. Oh my God, that dog. But the YouTube algorithm, it doesn't really cater to like legitimate installs anymore. So like you have to do a whole video around it. So I feel like with the second channel, it would be more of like a lifestyle channel of like the installs with the Forerunner, and like it's just someone else, Ketsi. It's fine. It's okay. It would be like more of a lifestyle channel and stuff. So like showcasing the installs, but then like actually using them, and maybe some of the real estate stuff will be thrown up into there. And then like the TRD John stuff will just literally be the review stuff. Cause like review videos still do good on YouTube because like people are searching for them and they want to see them and stuff. And especially if you throw in like personality and whatnot too, it will be good. But like just straight up install, like, hey guys, this is the Beat Sonic thing that I did for the Tundra, or the All Pro Off Road like tailgate inserts and stuff. Like those videos did fine, but YouTube wants to see it as like a whole video kind of a thing, if that makes sense. Ghosted says like, yeah, I'm really hoping that my truck will be built this week. Once the delivery process starts, I can pick my truck up in about 2 to 3 weeks. Definitely let me know what your dealership says too. Like just DM me on Instagram. Hopefully they come fast, man. For YouTube, it's all about what you want to brand And if you're branding you, then one channel is all you need. If you want to focus on other brands, then a separate channel may be something to consider. Yeah, and I think that falls back into the having like the TRD John as the review channel, you know, because it's gonna be the one where I'm invited out to events and whatnot for Lexus and Toyota and all these press vehicles and going to dealerships and just showing you guys different cars every week and stuff. It won't really be like about me, but like the personality will be there. The only thing is like I know people enjoy to see my vehicles and my long-term reviews of the vehicles and stuff. So it's just it's hard because I like making the vehicles look cool and I like enjoying them and modifying them, and especially when small businesses or any sort of businesses reach out and like they want me to showcase their product, like it makes me feel good, and I enjoy showcasing their product, and I enjoy them sharing their sales revenue with me saying like, yo, you sold $50,000 worth of product. Like you helped us out so much. Or there's some companies like with affiliate marketing and stuff, like I've sold over $100,000 worth of product for them, which is crazy, right? So it makes me scratch my head like with how Instagram is and like some of these certain other companies, like how I don't get uh, reached out to more for things. But I on the flip side of that, I understand because I haven't I haven't really made the channel all about modifications and stuff. And I'm sure that will change with the new Tacoma, right? Like once I have the new truck and I showcase it and I start installing stuff and other companies see like the views and stuff of those videos and the traction on Instagram, I'm sure that that will change again. But right now, lately, it's just all been about just review content, really. Michael says that I like the variety of topics on your channel. Both reviews and installs keeps me engaged. And that's another thing too, right? Because if the channel does turn into just reviews, people may just get bored and leave. And then the other channel, they may just be like, yo, it's just install after install and this and that. So maybe there's a way to just blend it here on the channel and just maybe allow personality to come through a little bit more with everything. And it's just hard because like people may find my channel because of review videos and they're like, wait, why is this guy installing something? But you guys that have hung out for a while know that the channel started with like a review of the 4Runner, but then I think my very first modification video was like LED reverse lights or something like that, and that like took off like crazy because there was nothing on YouTube of an old freaking 4Runner on how to modify things. So like that's how the channel started, and then it's just grown into something since then. So maybe like the live streams and being more interactive with the audience and stuff, maybe that will just help more as well, which is what I want to do, right? Not to like grow like crazy and just be popular. I don't care about that. It's to just interact with you guys more. And I know there's only 60 in the chat tonight, which is totally fine. We're usually like in the hundreds. This is, you know, just a smaller live stream. People got stuff going on, but at least it's like 60 people that are vibing, you know, and they're here because of what I like to do, and we're all talking and stuff versus just like, oh, it's a review video, or oh, it's an install video. Oh, you installed this. I don't care about that. I'm not going to watch it. Like I want it to be like, oh, what does John have to say about this? Like that's the way I'm trying to get the channel, because I was very just Toyota focused or like part install focused. I wasn't really showcasing myself that much, I guess. On Instagram I can because I have stories and stuff there. YouTube used to have stories, and like I was more personal with the stories there. Like I would post stories here on YouTube, but they got rid of it. Z-Taxix says that my truck has been built already and is in the process of being shipped. My dealer is keeping me updated. Hope to see yours arrive soon. Bro, that is freaking awesome. I hate you. I'm kidding, man. I'm super glad. Yeah, there must have been some, like, because they did have several that were built in December. So maybe yours is one of the early December ones or something like that. So maybe there's like just this little bit that's just like, okay, these guys are good with these ones. It's ready to be shipped. Maybe they are waiting on EPA stuff. I have no idea, but I hope you get yours, man. I will be jealous if you get yours before me, but it's all good. Freaking enjoy it and monetize on it. You know, like if you just want to enjoy the truck, enjoy the truck. But if you want to be one of the first, make a YouTube video about it. You never know, dude. That's how I started. It was crazy. Like I was just one of the first to make a video about the new 4Runner, and owning it and stuff, and then it's just taken off, which is absolutely crazy. Man, how's it going? It says, hey John, waiting for my Lunar Rock Limited TRD off-road Tundra. Wondering what changes you would do suspension without voiding my warranty, lift tires, etc. Awesome video, big thanks. I would definitely put some bigger tires on it. Some window tint would look really nice on it too. But as far as a lift, I mean, it doesn't really need it, but it will look a lot better with a lift and a little bit bigger of tires. So, I mean, you can always do the Westcott kit. The Westcott kit shouldn't void warranty because there's plenty of Toyota dealerships that sell that kit, especially if you got it installed properly and stuff. And just keep in mind with warranty, guys, a dealership has to prove that certain components made it fail, right? So if like your window motor goes out and your truck's lifted, and they're like, oh, you got a lifted truck, like your whole warranty is void. It's like, no, it's not, dude. How does a lift and bigger tires affect a window motor? So dealerships with the Magnuson-Moss Act, if you guys want to look it up, dealerships have to prove that a certain component made something fail. So if you have issues with your engine or something, like a dealership really has to prove that a lift made that truck engine fail. So that's why you see trucks in for warranty work and stuff that are lifted, bigger tires and whatnot. Like it's these trucks are meant to tow, they're meant to do things, heavy duty cycles. So if you put a little bit bigger tires on a truck and Toyota's like, ooh, you strained the truck. It's like, really, dude? I can't put just a smidge bit bigger tires. I mean, 37s are excessive, right? But I'm saying if you just go up an inch or two in tires, like really, a couple inches of a tire is gonna like make a catastrophic failure on a Toyota engine? Come on. So it all just depends on how your dealership works with you and stuff. Good night, Ghosted. Appreciate you jumping in, man. You're probably gone. This was from 6 minutes ago. Says I'm heading out for the night. I'll keep you updated with what Toyota says on the status of my truck. Have a good night, and thank you for doing these lives, man. I appreciate doing them. I enjoy doing them, and I appreciate you guys watching. 60 people in here, dude. If you guys can hit the like button, I appreciate it. Daniel says, I like the mix of content that you have going on now. Okay. All right. Maybe some stuff will just be like short form content. Because that's another thing too, is we have Toyota news, Toyota reviews, installs, my own personal experience with the Toyotas, and then also short form content, which is kind of like a funner version of content. So there's a lot. Maybe it'll just be one channel, right? And maybe I just need to brand it more of myself as well, right? Like there's, and I say right too much too. I've noticed that when editing, I say that way too freaking much. But like Cletus McFarlane, I don't know how many other YouTubers you guys watch and stuff, but this gentleman, Cletus McFarlane, he's down in Bradenton area of Florida, but his channel literally just started out being, you know, cars and drag racing, and then he did fun stuff. And now, you know, I'm watching videos of him in helicopters and planes and buying a racetrack and like just all this stuff because he made it more personal, but also is sharing content too. So maybe that's the move. I don't know, man. It's hard. Cordetti says utilize the playlist feature a bit more. Tune it up. It's definitely a balancing act. Yeah, I definitely need to do that. So I do have playlists and like for 4th gen Tacoma stuff, 3rd gen Tundra stuff, press vehicles. I do have that. I think I need to go through it a little bit more. I have a modifications playlist. So I need to go through it a little bit more and fine tune it. YouTube used to really push playlists and now they kind of don't. They just do like a mix of that person. But I should definitely do that. I appreciate you, Car Spotter. Thank you so much. Guys, smash the like button. And just for any content creator you watch, it's just super easy to just tap that. I've gotten better at it this year. I told myself I wanted to get better at it, to just hit the like button on content that I enjoy. Because it helps out the YouTube algorithm for those creators. Hurt says, if you had to choose one, would it be the Tacoma or a 4Runner? I'm curious. I question this at times, how much I really need the bed. So I made 2 videos on this now. Once when I had a Tacoma as a press vehicle, and once after owning a Tacoma long bed as a vehicle, and compared it to my 4Runner. And at the end of the day, for me, I would pick the 4Runner just because I have a full-size truck in the Tundra. But if I didn't have the Tundra, it would be really hard to pick the 4Runner because like there's I man, it's hard. For my lifestyle, like I like having a truck for when I need the truck to like throw stuff in the bed, go do a real estate thing real quick, or go pick up stuff for this house, or just whenever you need a truck bed, it's nice to have and not go through the issues or just hassle, I should say, of renting a trailer. Because you could totally just rent a trailer. Or if you have land and you have your own trailer and you have a 4Runner, bro, that's the way to go. Where I live in this house, the HOA, dude, we had a trailer on the side of the house, totally out of the way. And they're like, you can't have a trailer here. I'm like, freaking why, Karen? It's a trailer. Like, it's okay. Like, there's other houses with their trailers in the back. You could see it still through their shed. Mine is at the back of the house. Why does it matter if I have a trailer here? Well, it can't be visible. Oh my God. So I had a trailer. And like if I just had a 4Runner and a trailer, and if I ever needed the trailer, just hooked it up to the 4Runner, it was great. So if you're gonna go to a 4Runner from a Tacoma and you're able to have a trailer at your house, then I would go 4Runner just because the 4Runner is super versatile. You could put the seats down, put a bunch of crap in it. If you have a roof rack on your 4Runner, the 4Runner is just so good. The 4Runner is just so good, and that's why I'm super excited for the next gen. I really hope they don't mess it up, guys. But if I didn't have a they're on their way home. Okay, cool. If I didn't have a truck, then I would probably pick Tacoma. Like I would probably pick Tacoma, especially like with this new one coming out. I'm really amped on it, and it's not as a Toyota fanboy. I just really think that this next gen Tacoma, like once people finally drive it, and if it doesn't have any crazy issues out of the gate, I think that this next Tacoma is really going to be a home run. Like, and I'm, again, not just saying that. I think it's going to be really, really good. So, and it just depends too, like what the new 4Runner has. But I was all over the place in that question, Hurt. But if you can get a trailer and have it at the side of your house, dude, I would go 4Runner. But for me personally, like, it's the best to have both. It really is. It's really the best to have a truck for what I do and a 4Runner. But if you don't do a whole bunch of truck stuff and whatnot, and like you barely need a truck bed, bro, and you're questioning it because like you may have not have used it, then definitely go the 4Runner route. And there will be those times where you're like, I wish I had a truck. But like, if you don't really need it, enjoy all the cabin space, throwing groceries and stuff in the hatch of it, and not always putting stuff on the seats or on the back seats, then it would be nice. Did you long term like the Westcott kit? So I had the Westcott kit on my last SR5 Tundra for about 10 months, I want to say. I did a drive all the way to the West Coast and back with it. It was fine. I think in hindsight, what I should have done was not taken the truck to the dealership to get it aligned. Because the alignment may not have been to Westcott's standard. Now the kit rode fine. There was a little bit bad of rebound sometimes, like going over speed bumps. Like if you went too fast over a speed bump, it didn't absorb as well as like a completely stock truck. But for the price that the kit is, and if you're able to get at a good install at certain off-road shops with it, I think that for the price that the kit is, it's a very good kit, especially if you get the truck aligned properly afterwards. Now, I will always, and I'm sure Jeff is okay with this, you know, because he'll still sell his kits. I am always a fan of a full suspension kit. So like the Dobinson's kit that I have on the Tundra, it's a lot better than the Westcott kit that I had on my last Tundra. However, price is a bit different though, okay? So price on a full suspension kit is thousands of dollars more than the pre-collar kit that Jeff Westcott sells. So, yeah, I enjoyed it for the price. It was good. I mean, you're paying labor regardless, whether it's a full suspension kit or if it is the Westcott kit. Maybe a little bit more with the Westcott kit because they have to take the shock apart and put it back together, right? Unless you get a full kit that's fully assembled, but then you're paying for that as well. But I enjoyed the kit. I'll recommend it all day. All day I will recommend Jeff Westcott's kit. But if you have the money and you're looking for the best ride possible, I will always recommend a full suspension kit if that makes sense. It's more cohesive with the truck. It's just a bit better. I will totally post on it when I get it. Heck yeah. So there we go. Brand new Tacoma coming inbound to the YouTubes. Lord says, sometimes I tune into live streams as part of my background noise while I do other things. I generally just love the vibes of these discussions, even if I'm too poor to afford the stuff you discuss. You gotta keep grinding, Lord. I know you got it. I know you got it. I know you got it. But yeah, these are all these live streams are, which I really enjoy. It's just us talking, BSing, hanging out. People can have it on in the background, you know, if you guys are away from your phones. The cool thing, I'm not sure if normal YouTube has it or if it's just YouTube Premium, but like I can watch a YouTube video on my phone and shut the screen and the video is still playing, which is pretty cool. Like, so if you're listening to a podcast or something like that on YouTube, you can do it from your phone. And sorry, my wife and the dog are coming home. I really wanted the 4Runner in the garage tonight. Maybe I'll move the Tacoma out of the garage when I'm done with it. That's the reason, too, we're not in the garage right now is because it's 31 degrees. I know the garage is a little bit warmer, and it's not like, you know, John's taking the Tacoma out of the garage because he's about to sell it, but, like, the 4Runner's my baby. You know, it's been outside for a couple weeks now, and it's going to get chilly tonight, so the 4Runner needs to go in the garage for sure. But yeah, I mean, like, it's just background vibes and stuff that we're hanging out with these live streams, and definitely want to get more personal on the channel. So I appreciate that, Lord. Thank you so much, and keep it up. You got it. You got it. You got it. I didn't have that much when I joined the military, and then just kept going at it and kept going at it. Abel says, "Hey John, how's it going? What do you think about the Magnuson supercharger on the 4Runner? I want one so bad. If I keep my 5th gen 4Runner for a while, I want to have a Magnuson supercharger on it. I feel like that's the ultimate 5th gen is if you have the Magnuson supercharger. Because if you guys don't know, the Magnuson is what the TRD supercharger was. Like, Magnuson co-developed the TRD supercharger back in the day. So, like, it's a legitimate, like, good product. And there's even some Toyota dealerships that sell the TRD supercharger and like will install it at the dealership because they have master techs that are certified to do it, which is like just so cool. A Magnuson supercharger to me is like, you guys, if you follow along with my off-road content or my build content, I'm a very OEM plus kind of a person. So I don't like big crazy bumpers or just insanely off-road looking, overland looking builds. Like even the Tacoma that we just did up, like that was still a very OEM plus build. Like the bed rack, it wasn't over the top. The rooftop tent, it wasn't a huge one. Like it was long, but it was streamlined and lightweight. I didn't do a big crazy bumper. I like very OEM plus builds, and I feel like a Magnuson supercharger is just a very OEM plus thing, and I really, really like it. And then Danny says that I just went to Vandergriff Toyota in Arlington, Texas, and bought a black 4Runner TRD Pro watching some of your videos. So Abel is wondering, Danny, if you got that vehicle at MSRP or over. Another thing is, do you think that the new Tacoma steering wheels can be swapped out with a 2023 4Runner? I don't think so, just because it's so new. It looks just like the Tundra steering wheel, and there's a lot of electronics going into that. But Danny, congratulations on the new 4Runner TRD Pro, man, in black. That is a sinister, dark, dope-looking vehicle. If black didn't get dirty so often, okay, so black vehicles, when they are clean, they are some of the best looking vehicles, man. Black is just such a good color on a vehicle. It shows all the right lines, and on the 4Runner TRD Pro with the all the dark black badging, the roof rack that's blacked as well, the wheels that are blacked out, just everything is blacked out. It looks so good. Now the taillights, they stick out like a sore thumb. So if you do aftermarket taillights, definitely get them smoked out. But black TRD Pros are probably one of my favorites. I don't know why. They just really look the part. They look so, so good. I wanted for a while a black Tundra TRD Pro with the cockpit red interior, right? Because it's just all blacked out on the outside. You open the door, poof, red interior right in your face. I liked it honestly more than the Solar Octane, and I still low key kind of do like a blacked out Tundra TRD Pro with a red interior more than Solar Octane. I personally think that it looks really good. However, that is really, really awesome. Congrats on the new Forerunner, dude. That is so cool. Oh, that's right, Lord. Yeah, so Lord has to take care of Grandma. That is right. I forgot about that. You said that a couple live streams ago. So that is good. Yep, keep taking care of her. Keep taking care of her. Well, guys, we don't have that many questions, and we've been on for about an hour and a half. So if you guys have any more last-minute questions, go ahead and throw them in the chat. We most likely will not do a live stream next week because I will be flying to the secret location for the GX550. And I will be driving it next week. And then the embargo lifts again, I believe, on the 1st. They will retell us that stuff there. I would just have to shift through some emails to see exactly when the embargo lifts. So I will be in a hotel, and if I'm super bored, then I may just do a live stream while I'm in Arizona. But we may skip next week just because... I'll be out of town. And then the week that comes back, it will be the 30th of January. So we may just wait until the 1st of February. So we may push the live stream until Thursday. So maybe I could talk about the GX driving experience. That seemed to go really well for the Tacoma. So for the Tacoma, I did, give you guys some driving experience videos. But when the embargo lifted, I did a live stream, and we had the most people ever in there. I think we peaked at like 230 people, which is insane for a car channel for a live stream, right? Unless, you're one of those that has millions of subscribers and stuff. But we did pretty well for that live stream, and it was nice to see your guys' questions and just give you guys an answer right then and there instead of making a video about it, me missing something because I didn't mention it in the video because I'm driving these vehicles, not everything comes to mind. So it was pretty cool to do that. So I may do that for the GX. I need to this week start filming with this. So I just got this, the DJI Osmo Pocket 3. So it's a straight up gimbal on it. This screen right here rotates. So as you see it in horizontal mode, it'll do like a normal video like this for YouTube. Or if you flip the screen to vertical, it'll start shooting short form content, which is pretty cool. It has like a 1-inch sensor here, which is nice. So it's gonna do low light way better than my iPhone. And it also, this is a creator combo kit. So it actually has the wireless mic that I absolutely love by DJI that I use for my phone so much. It is integrated into this, so it's automatically always hooked up to this. So I need to use this week when it's not 20 degrees outside and I want to go outside and just record some videos because I'm going to try to use this for the GX content as well. And probably my phone, just because I'm not like the most used to something like that right now. But yeah, I will. I can't wait to use that for the GX event. John says that I'd get another black vehicle if I won the lottery and could afford a personal attendant that was just there to like wash my car every day. So I agree with that. Or to where you're very comfortable and well off to paint correct, ceramic coat that thing day one. That would be like the absolute best as well. So yes, 100% to have someone detail it all the time for you. But if you're able to get all the imperfections out of that black paint day one, like literally take it from the dealership to a detailer and have them paint correct it, put a nice thick ceramic coat on it, maybe also like some protective film solution as well, potentially. That will keep a black car looking insane forever, because then all you have to do is just hose it off with a foam cannon, spray it off, wipe it lightly real quick, or you don't even have to wipe it, because if it has a nice thick ceramic coat on it, you just blow it off with a blower and it just goes off. I need a ceramic coat the windshield of the Tundra. I did it on my last Tundra, and it was the best thing ever, because it would rain and I would like barely have to utilize the windshield wipers for that. Khan says, hey John, what's your opinion on the 3rd gen 4Runner, specifically the V6 manual 4-wheel drive configuration? I have a soft spot for the 3rd gen. I really have a soft spot for the 2nd gen, because I had a 2nd gen. I had a 1995, which was the year right before the 3rd gen. I like the 3rd gens. They're nice and lightweight vehicles. The V6, the 3.4 in that vehicle is one of the best motors that Toyota has ever made. It is a very stout motor. And you can't go wrong with 4-wheel drive. Manual transmission, sure. If you enjoy it, go for it. Me personally, that vehicle, I would like an automatic, just because I'm not going to mess with a manual. But yeah, that's a good little vehicle, and a good budget vehicle too. You can find a lot of those out there as manuals for like sub $5,000. If you search around, you can find like not so clean ones for like really sub $5,000, or super clean ones for, you know, maybe 6 to 7 or so. But manuals will most likely be a little bit cheaper than automatics, just because there's not that many people that can actually drive a manual transmission. But yeah, I would recommend that vehicle all day, every day. They're super stout. Cordetti says, enjoyed the conversation, everyone. Have a fun night. Can't wait to see you all, what you got planned. So definitely, guys, if you want more Tundra content, head over to Cordetti's page. Again, he just did a block heater one, so with his Tundra, for everyone that may need or is thinking about installing a block heater on their truck, check out his thoughts on that. Appreciate it, dude. And for the donation, again, man, you guys don't have to donate, but I appreciate it. Abel says that I wish Toyota would bring us the old Land Cruiser pickups like in New Zealand. That would be so cool. Or just the 70 series here in general. That would be so nice. I'm trying to somehow get a 70 series. I'd like a new one. I have contacts in Australia and other countries. I have friends that are stationed in areas, and if they could bring it back to the United States, like when they got stationed back to the United States, and like I'd pay them and stuff to bring that vehicle back, I could probably register it in Florida, just because Florida is very lax with a lot of things. So I think that would be really, really cool. I'm gonna kind of ask some friends around, maybe ones that are almost up with their time on station and stuff, and see if they plan on bringing any vehicles back, and if they don't, maybe just buying a 70 series, and then they can ship it back for me. But there would be a lot of paperwork and stuff. But yeah, it would be super cool if we could get the 70 series here in the States, especially a new one. I've been watching videos about that, and I didn't make a video on it with it being refreshed, just because like it's whatever, it's an old vehicle. But the more videos I watch on it, like the cooler it is, because it is the perfect blend. And it's what Toyota should have given us in the United States. Like, they really missed the ball on that. It's the perfect blend of tech and old school. Like, it looks super old school, but then when you look on the inside, like, it has the cruise control on the steering wheels. I think it's on the steering wheel. It has like the digital screen and everything, like modern features, but it looks old school. It's still a solid axle. Like the Land Cruiser 70 series is just so rad. Daniel has a 5-speed V6 3rd gen. And he says he loves it. It's a sports package with leather too. That is awesome. I hope you could get one. Yep, that would be it would be really, really cool. It would be really cool. Well, guys, I appreciate it. There's no more comments, and we randomly talked about stuff. So it was a very good live stream. I appreciate you all coming out. We will drive the GX next week. can't wait to showcase that for you guys. And then I'll be in Mexico the following week. Holy smokes, dude, traveling so much. And I'm hoping to rent while in Mexico a Toyota 4Runner. That'd be cool. So I'll be the one driving in Mexico. I'll most likely be the DD for everyone in Mexico, because I don't really drink that much anymore, nor do I really care to. So that'd be really cool if I got a Toyota 4Runner or a Hilux maybe to drive us all around in, and maybe I could give you guys a review from Mexico. That'd be really, really cool. So guys, I appreciate you all coming out. Everyone take care. Bubba saying take care, everyone. Peace out. Peace out, everyone. I appreciate you guys so much for coming out, and I will catch you all in the next one. I will definitely be careful in Mexico. We're going to a more touristy area for sure, but definitely always keeping my eyes open and my eyes peeled out there for sure, for sure. Daniel, I appreciate it. Everyone, Elder, everyone for stopping in. Abel, everyone doing questions. Daniel, Cordetti, everyone in here. Con, appreciate you all. Lord, have a great night as well. See you guys in the next one.